And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. Every home game's a reason to get dressed up for these guys. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown Portland. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers. He's the team's unquestioned leader. And he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable, too. Being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Brent, our matchup tonight, indicative of a growing trend. Last season was the 8th straight that teams took more three-pointers than the year before.
Well, Kevin, the only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics.
Right.
So more and more teams adopting this, pace and space mentality. And the interesting thing on the back end of it, Kevin, though, is over the next 3 years, how are teams equipping their rosters with players who are capable of doing this? We're seeing more and more bigs be able to shoot threes. That's where the game's going.
Excellent point. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. On the wings, Powell and Anunoby. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Whiteside is out there with Anthony. And it's Lillard in at point. Now, here's Siakam. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Here's Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Rebound by the Raptors. Anunoby in the corner for 3. Lillard with the rebound. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Passes it to Whiteside. Now here's Hood. Fires from deep. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
A great pass by Whiteside, hanging in that play.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Down low. Here's Lowry. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Inside, here's McCollum. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
A lot of questions in the early part of C.J. McCollum's career about could he become a valuable scorer in the league and really what position would he play. But after being the 10th overall pick in 2013, he's answered those questions.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum's one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Now, here's Siakam. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Powell. And the layup falls.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen, shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And you look at the shot chart from McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
6 on the shot clock. Portland again missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Powell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Hassan Whiteside. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons, where they've placed in the Western Conference.
Now here's McCollum. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. Well, you know, Brent, you've got to give a lot of credit to the Blazers front office, continuing to fortify this roster with under-the-radar acquisition.
Interesting adjusting around a couple of albatross contracts to now have a team that's capable at positions that a lot of teams are trying to fill. That's the wing position.
The first free throw is good.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Plenty of games still ahead, Brent. Some discussion about shortening the regular season. Ever think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy's a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games, that will be some elevated play throughout the course of a regular season.
That's a great number. Now Powell following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Powell, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Powell. A floater, and the layup is up and in. Powell's got 5 now.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Powell against McCollum. From deep three-point range, Portland no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's Lillard. The Raptors getting the bucket. Pass to Whiteside. McCollum against Powell. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Whiteside.
Yeah, there's not a rebound that Whiteside cannot get to when he's floating around the charge circle, reaches up, snatches that one down.
Three-pointer, Lowry. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Hood. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off, and found some space there.
Siakam looking around. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. And here's Anthony from the arc. No good, shot missing. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Anunoby passes to Siakam. Raptors moving the ball around. Back to Lowry. Lillard against Powell. With his first shot attempt. Shots good by Ibaka.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Lillard with it, and there's the pass to Whiteside. Left side, Hood. That's a 2 from Lillard. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Lowry. That one good for 2.
Timeout.
Lowry's got 7 points in the game. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Toronto leading by 4. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Whiteside, and it's Hood in at the 3, the small forward. That's good from Anthony. And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision to return to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office. I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Well, Melo undoubtedly still the leader of this team in terms of when they need to calm it down and they need some offense. He's the guy they're going to look to score it.
Now here's Powell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great tee that time from Hood.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Pass to Whiteside. Out to Anthony. It's McCollum on the wing. Lillard outside. Jacks up a 3. Tries again. Back to McCollum. The 3. Connects from three-point range. McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
That's a nice J off the pass there. CJ's shot has a great release point. And when he squares up like that, Kevin, you can count it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Here is Davis. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Pass to Hood. Floats one. Got a piece of it. Now here's Powell. 7 points in the game. Boucher shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Brent, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
Interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that three-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line, back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet? That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Siakam is checked in for Norman Powell. That one misses.
And last season for the Blazers, all about bouncing back from their embarrassing first-round sweep at the hands of the Pelicans.
Well, that was definitely a motivator, and I think they put that to bed. Wanted to focus on being the best team that they could be towards the end of last season, and that Nurkic injury really took some wind out of their sails, but they continued to compete and still made noise in the postseason.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Here's McCollum. Yep, that one goes in there. McCollum's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
Here's Van Vliet. Hits it from three-point range.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Shoots from the elbow. Rebound by the Raptors. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Siakam. Pulls up, high post. Again, Toronto.
And that mid-range spot is so sweet for him.
Now it's on. Timeout called by Portland.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now Whiteside. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. That's a 2 from Lillard. The step-back jumper is good. Lillard's got his second bucket tonight.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
1:41 left in the first half of the game. Siakam misses.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Hood kicks to McCollum. From downtown, they get it again. Whiteside, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And that's what you want to do with Whiteside, feeding him the ball in the paint where he makes the defense collapse.
And Hassan Whiteside, the kind of player that you love when he's engaged, but Brent, equal. Frustrating when he's not.
You wonder about the role that he's played, and with Miami taking a bunch of different turns in terms of their.
Lillard, the pass to Hood. Back to Lillard. Powell with the steal.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
4 seconds left, and it's Ibaka getting it to go. Ibaka's got 7 points in the game.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time.
Oh, and he got it!
Did that beat the buzzer, Kevin?
Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
Kyle Lowry firing on all cylinders for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We got to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Kyle Lowry has been the story in this one. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened. Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Lowry and Powell, the guards. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Anthony from the arc. Powell pulls it in.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's Lillard. No good. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat you.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Raptors. It's a three-point game. Ibaka outside. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Boy, watching Ibaka, he possesses good form and just solid range on his shot.
There's the pass to Whiteside. The three from McCollum. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half. Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Portland moving the ball around. And stolen by Siakam. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Line the lane. Line the lane. What's up?
Throw good, Siakam. To win with consistency, Brent, you need guys who you can bank, guys you can count. With that in mind, who's the most consistent scorer that you see night in and night out?
Kevin Durant and James Harden are just tremendous at scoring the basketball. Anywhere they are, at any time, they have an opportunity within a few minutes to explode and put 10 or 12 points on the board. And so those individual runs, and then Kevin, quite frankly, the attention defensively from the opposition to try to shut them down will open up opportunities for other guys to flood into the game that haven't had any impact thus far.
Exactly.
So now all of a sudden they get going, but Durant, Harden, and last year there were stretches where Paul George absolutely entered this category.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you for the Trailblazers. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Simons, the pass to McCollum. They need this. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Siakam. No good on the 3. Trailblazers trail by 13. Out left to the wing. Pulls up. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Simons, the pass to Little. Nurkic in the post. Ibaka on him. Nurkic can't hit. Toronto leading by 15. Lowry kicks to Powell. Pass to Anunoby. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Passes it to Little. Back to McCollum. Takes a 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Right side, Lowry. Loads it up there for Siakam. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, 2 seasons ago, the Blazers were swept in the first round, and something in the scarring of that kind of outcome has stayed with them, both Terry Stotts and their starting backcourt, to kind of fuel their fire to make the type of strides that they have in the past couple seasons.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Trailing by 17. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. And that's the first of 6 played on the road. Pass to Nurkic. Just 5 on the clock. Over Ibaka, and Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his 3rd basket of the night. And Brent, for the Blazers, the continuity has been part of what's made them so good, and that includes keeping Terry Stotts as their head coach.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about Terry Stotts being the 4th longest tenured coach in the league. This will be year 8 for him in the Pacific Northwest. But this group is very tight. They've got great chemistry. They run a very unique offensive system. And there's definite buy-in here in Portland behind Terry Stotts.
Right side, Collins. Nurkic can't hit.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Trent, covered by Van Vliet. Trent can't hit. Toronto leading by 17. Now the pass to Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Simons. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Collins. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound by the Raptors. Gasol's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
A floater, and Whiteside sends it back. And they're running. McCollum kicks to Hood. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And it's 13 points for Lillard.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
To the paint. Here's Boucher. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Raptors lead by 20.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And it's Anthony, top of the key. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
A Melo special right there, playing in the mid-range. It's pretty much been his home his entire career.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered closely. Siakam against Hood. Siakam misses.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Basket counts. 9 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
And here is Siakam. Fires for three. No good that time. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Raptors up by 16 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Hood, and it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space, and CJ cashes in.
The drive by Siakam. It's good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points. Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Here's Van Vliet. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 11 rebounds in the game. Stolen by McCollum. At the elbow, it's Lillard. And it's good for 2.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Scoring has always been Lillard's strength, but last season a career high in assists. And you wonder how much a healthy Nurkic is going to help propel this team as they've equipped themselves with some interesting players at the wing position to try to take another step forward in the Western Conference.
He throw good, Damian Lillard. And watching film is becoming an obsession for Damian Lillard.
Well, that's a great way to learn, visually sitting down and not only looking at your opponents, but where it is maybe where you can take advantage and stay in your zone. Lillard committed to the game and committed to improving.
Siakam misses. Trailblazers trail by 13. Oh, that's blocked. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Raptors making a change here. Powell's checked in. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Siakam up top. He's covered by Whiteside. And Whiteside sends it back.
As soon as Whiteside positions himself, he just spikes that one away. It's like he's playing beach volleyball.
Hood dishes to Anthony. Over Siakam. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Anthony.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Siakam. A shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Mccollum passes to Anthony. Pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Outside Anthony. over Siakam. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. And that'll be his third foul so far. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. Lowry with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Three-pointer. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 11. Lillard dishes to Whiteside.
You watch Whiteside out there and you understand just how much of an impact he can make with his defense. Great length, great timing, and makes some offenses change the way they're going to attack you just because of his size alone.
First one falls for him.
Big hands, long arms, huge frame of Whiteside. It just makes him a dominant shot blocker, a huge rim protector, and a very good rebounder.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Raptors leading by 10. Here's Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 9 assists now tonight. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. 7'7" wingspan of Whiteside. Definitely a game changer for defense.
Interesting pickup here for the Blazers as they've added Whiteside to back up Nurkic at the 5 position, and an interesting center in the Western Conference. How will he adjust to the pace and maybe the style of play out west?
Passes it to Lillard. Whiteside kicks to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Whiteside trying to break free with 1 on the clock, and the jam by Whiteside.
That's just pure strength and size from Whiteside. Just a Hulk out there. Remains a matchup problem for basically any roster to try to match up physically.
Toronto calls timeout. Let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. During the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Here is Lowry.
He typically carries such a heavy load on offense. Lillard shows the energy to get it done on defense as well.
Whiteside trying to break free. McCollum no good.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Lillard with it. From deep. Here's Nurkic. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Raptors leading by 10. Powell, no one around him. Buries the open 3 to cap the break.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
Anthony's checked in for Nurkic. Outside Lowry. The 3. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Lillard. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. It's stolen by Lowry. Now the Raptors moving it up. Lowry leading the charge. Good work defensively by Lillard.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Powell, the pass to Ibaka. Over Lillard. Shot's good by Ibaka. And the Raptors lead by 13.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away. Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Lowry passes to Ibaka. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
.146 left in the fourth quarter. Lowry against Lillard. Back to Hood. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Hood's got it back down to single digits for Portland.
Close to the rim and having an intent to score. That's an assertive play from Rodney Hood.
Toronto's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Lowry. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
At the line for Trailblazers, Hassan Whiteside. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. 22 is their biggest lead. The pass to Siakam. And stolen by Hood. Here's Lillard. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
The free throw drops for Lillard.
And for a guy who entered the league as a terrific free throw shooter, Damian Lillard is now among the elite from the stripe.
Lowry with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Pulls it up. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And now we've got the intentional foul. So it's Toronto now. 6-point lead. Outside Lowry. Five to shoot. It's Powell on the wing. And they call over the back here. too much contact.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job at the box out.
Got there early, and his anticipation of that play was rewarded by that call.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 8. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pascal Siakam.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Outside Gasol. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mark. Congrats on the win. How did you guys get in rhythm offensively?
Sharing the ball, just making the play and just, making each other better. That's always something really good, and it gets contagious both sides.
Yeah, the ball was really moving tonight, and I know that's how you want to play. Thanks, Mark. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time